NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Just one catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the first.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open.
Hey, Tuck, I just sent you the stream. Post it. I can't post it because I'm blocked on Facebook. I sent it to you in the DM.
To pick up really nice yardage.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Mahomes. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 38-yard line. Just one catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They've worked in the run game, the pass game, just steadily getting yards, and now they've got it inside the red zone here with an opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far is points. But the way that they're moving the ball now, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
Rolling to his right. Complete. The tight end, Kelce. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 9. Here's Mahomes to throw. Being chased out left. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelce. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Mahomes to throw once more. He's got his man, Valdes-Scantling. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well. Oh, how about this on first and goal? And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. They go play fake. Mahomes. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC.
Makes the score. Chiefs 7, Chargers 0. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, first and 10 at their own 22. They started on the ground with Eckler. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 29, Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped, but what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
Now on 2nd and 13, Herbert. And that is incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Throw left side complete. That's done. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And that's good for a first down. He's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Allen's got it complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 5 now. Herbert. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And his throw is incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Mahomes now to throw. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Pass thrown to Adams. He's got it on the crossing route. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. That'll give him 8 that time. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Patrick Mahomes, he can do everything seemingly, and that time he just reared back and let it fly. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now 14-0.
Chiefs 14, Chargers nothing. Harrison Butker to kick off 4 games.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. If it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in the playoffs. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He'll get this to Eckler, and he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Okay, ready?
On second down, Eckler, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there, pick up the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. That's out wide for Palmer. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On that last carry, here's 2nd and 7. On the option, here's Eckler. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Herbert wants to throw it on 3rd and 1. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they put it on the ground here on the second drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team, because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves, but maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it is the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into it a little lackadaisical, because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
First down, Kansas City.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Inside the booth alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. The Charger drive about to get going. And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward. I'd say it's not panic time yet, but let's be honest about it. Empty possession here, not what you're looking for when you're down a couple of scores.
Absolutely not. Trying to start the second half off on the right foot. Unfortunately, going to give the ball up. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That third down conversion good for 23.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. 20! And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. Eckler is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage. He's going to tackle him at the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
On second and goal, Herbert feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? He'll buy some time right. This is swung out to Eckler. Touchdown, Chargers! Austin Eckler, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers have come it back within a score. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away.
The Chiefs take over the first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Steps away to his left, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack, and that'll bring up third. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get him going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's the Chiefs punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taking it, the ball comes out.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
Yeah, and you call special teams the third phase, but you see here it can be the first phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Connection made on the out route to Valdez-Scantling. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming third down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of momentum. The other side is starting to gain.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Mahomes. This one swung out here to Jones. And he will have a Chiefs first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have a Chiefs first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Khalil Mack coming in from that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
And a nice gain at 21 yards. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Jones. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Mahomes going to throw. Buying time to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try and pass downfield that fell incomplete.
From the 7 now, it's 3rd and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. They need to come up with something as they get this drive started. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. Dancing to his left. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
The offense on third down, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Herbert. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. Back to throw here, Herbert. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
On 2nd and 10, Herbert. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Herbert operating from the red zone. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
2nd and 4. A shotgun snap for Herbert. This will be caught at about the 6. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Out of the gun, Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Chargers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And now things get a little more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday. 52 yards rushing for him now to this point. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage. 17 on the play.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Jones running on first down, but finding it pretty tough going as he'll get forward for only about 3 there before he's taken down. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Again, it's Jones. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Now Mahomes. That's caught left side by Hardman. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll indeed take a knee. They go to a knee here, and with that, it's on to the AFC title game. So they file for the exits here in silence. And what a job to come in on the road, divisional round of the playoffs, and you get to end it by going down to a knee.
Now their confidence has to be at an extreme high. That's 2 weeks in a row they've gone on the road and gotten it done. They don't care where they go. From here on out, they think they can beat anyone.
So they